Alright, what's going on, guys? Saturday afternoonish, after 12 at least. We got down in the garage. We're going to try to do something today. Loose ends, a lot of loose ends. As you can see, I mounted that MSD box right there. That's its final resting place, and it doesn't look too, it kind of blends in with the firewall, so that's good. It's not too different. You look at it, it'll stick out a bit, but what we're working on now is I bought that lock car, but it's not a lock car, not a true lock car. It was Jeg's version of it, and it's supposed to be the double O-ring dipstick. It has the firewall mounting bracket, which it's been. It all went in great and went in nice and tight, but I'm having a really tough time with it. I don't know what's going on. As you can see, the bottom's out. Doesn't go in all the way. So I can see what's going on. I actually, before I got frustrated with it and walked away from it last week, I actually installed it, and it's mounted, but I pulled it back out and I tried to jam this thing down there with it being free, and it still would hang up. So I don't know if there's where the braided line goes into the compression style nut. I don't know if there's something in that tube that's preventing it from going down, or it has to be, because it's designed to bend in any direction for remote locations like this. If you don't have the actual bracket that bolts to the bell housing, you can go with this style, and this mounts to the firewall or wherever you want to mount it. So it's got the provision put in to do it this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unscrew it, I'm going to pop it off the transmission again, and I'm going to take it on the bench, and I'm going to see what's going on. If I have to take it apart down at that compression nut, the lower side of it, so be it. We'll see. So that's the problem. It's not going down all the way. See, it's binding on itself. That's one loose end. Another loose end. We got the nitrous bottle out. That has to be cut and buffed. It's getting all nicked up and stuff. I'm beating the snot out of it, rolling around in the back of that trunk. Every time I run the car, I forget about the bottle being there, not being bolted down. So essentially, we got some tape marks for the footprint of the bracket. Kind of like so. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some stud bolts. I got some cap screws, and I'm going to weld them in. I'm going to scratch up a little bit of the trunk pan there, just where the bolts go, and I'm going to weld a bead, and then we're going to enlarge the holes on the brackets, and we're going to use these hardened steel cap screws. Those are going to weld down right on. I'm not going to through bolt the trunk. I don't want to put any more holes in there. So but the only problem I'm having right now is these cap screws have a limited throw with the thread. They don't go all the way down. So what I have to do is I got to get my tap and die, and I got to finish it off and get it as close as I can to this so it can seat, and we can tighten that bracket down. So that's going to be on the docket today. I also broke out the old grill that I had. I had a spare, and we got to make a bracket for the back of this. I'm gonna see what I can do. It sits right there like that, so we have to figure out how to devise a bracket to hold it from behind. So instead of me trying to do it on this car that's already installed, I can work with much better ease with it being off the car, and I can turn it around and look at it and see what I need to do, what I don't need to do. I definitely have to make like a cardboard template, and we'll get it sorted out. So that's that. A cut and buff on the bottle, a quick one. The tranny dipstick, and then I'll get the car down. I'll top it off. I get some transmission fluid, top it off, start it up, do a cold start on it. I can't back it out, as you can see. That's not going to be feasible. I can't back it out. But we have a nice day today. It's 48 degrees outside. It's actually 49 outside, 48 inside. So outside's winning right now, the race. So hopefully I got the doors open. We can get some of that sun in here in the afternoon. It'll warm this place up a bit. So I'm going to pull the tranny dipstick out, and I'll bring you back when I have more to show. Alright, see you in a bit. Okay, I just used 2 Phillips screws, sheet metal screws. I might through bolt it, I might through bolt it because I can get inside the cowl here. I'll put some stainless bolts, rubber washers and stuff to seal it. And I gotta be a little bit more diligent now because I have a lot of finished product in here and I don't want to scratch it up. And I appreciate all the comments on the MSD box. It was received really well on YouTube and Facebook, so that's a good sign. So hopefully this car, when I get it done, if I get it done, I can't see that. If I get it done, heaven knows, I gotta get a screwdriver. I can't get in there. Maybe we'll grab the attention at a car show, you know? Be different. Like little details all around, you know? People notice this and notice that. I mean, it's got plenty of them on there. I think maybe I went a little overboard, but what the hell? I have Bertha behind me. She's kind of like a standard run-of-the-mill car. Hot rod, show car, classic car, muscle car. This one is a sort of like a muscle car, hot rod, but it's a little different. Right, it's much better using a screwdriver. So you're using power tools. You don't want to use the hand tools anymore. You're getting old because the fingers get all twisted. The arthritis. Okay, that's free from its prison. Now I'm going to go down below and I'm going to try to pop it off the top of the transmission. What I'll do is we'll lay some rags down over here so we make sure we're not scratching things up and clanking and banging, because this is going to be moving around a bit. Alright, we get down underneath the car, reach up inside. Oh yeah, that thing's tight. It's tight like a tiger. Oh, it did go down nice and tight. It's just there's no room between the header, the side of the friggin' tunnel, and the transmission. Put your hand in there, get a good grip. Ow! All right, I guess we got it. Okay, we got it out, so that's 3 minutes. Try to get these short. Alright guys, see the bend in it? It's pretty much following where like a standard transmission dip tube would bend. I mean, it goes up and around, straight up to the firewall. As you can see, it doesn't have like this true lockout where you got to pull the pin and you put the nut down below and you tighten it up. But this thing was in tight. So we'll clean it off. And now that it's off the car, we'll see what the hell's going on. Alright, I gotta clean it up and I'll be back in a second. Okay, we got all the schmegma off of it. The instruction manual tells you to put a bead of silicone right on this shoulder right here, which I did. I guess it's supplementary, it just helps out. So we're gonna grab the actual dipstick now. It's the wire style. It's a thin gauge wire, and it's rounded on the edge. I don't understand why it's not going in, so I'm going to insert it. And right here, we're having the problem. Right here, it just went in now. So I'm thinking the shoulder inside this fitting maybe has to be flared out a bit, as you can see. That should go in. That should go in. And this is off the car. So it's a matter of nothing. See it? Now it's working, but it's still hitting. So we're going to take it apart, see what the hell, why it's doing that. I'm going to throw it in the vise, put it in a rag, and try to back off the nut. Okay, see you in a bit. Alright, so let's back this bad Larry off and see what the heck's going on here. Where this problem might arise from. Okay. That seems wide open. Oh, I can see what's going on here. See where it's been hitting? You gotta try to get that little tube. You gotta try to get that little wire to line it perfect in there. If it's hitting this like this. So, I might have a resolve for this. What I'm gonna do, I might mess it up, I might not. What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna grab this bit, and I'm going to kind of cone, like make an inverted cone, and not take any of the sidewall out, because that's what makes the seal. I'll stop right there, so then it'll be like a funnel, and it would want to accept the actual dipstick. So there's a lot of meat there. As you can see, it's banging hard. That's probably where I was banging it down, trying to get it to go. So is this a factory flaw? It might be. Is it a poor design? It might be, but we're going to try to fix it. So I'm going to set it in the jaws of the vise again. I'll look it straight up, and we're just going to drill down and make a nice inverted cone, and hopefully that will help. Alright guys, so I'll see you in a bit. I mean, I can go a little bit more. I don't want to take too much of that. I'm getting really close to that sidewall. I think I have another chamfering drill bit. As you can see, it's really soft metal. Really soft. I'm gathering maybe aluminum. Okay, now we're going to take that hard edge in there with a round file. I'm going to grab this round file, and I'm just going to try to chase this edge here. Now, hopefully, I designed this now. Hopefully it's an improvement on their design. Send checks payable to Mark Furtado. You hear me, Jags? You hear me? Can you hear me now? Alright, so we have pretty much an inverted cone or a beveled edge. We don't have that hard shoulder any now, so hopefully now this will just go right in. It'll still guide into the tube. Let's hope that this will be the cure-all be-all. Alright, see you in a bit. Alright guys, here we go. A moment of truth. So, I'm going to try to do this behind you. And right about now we would start getting that, we're actually right here, that shoulder, and look at that. Oh yeah, perfect. I'm actually twisting to see if it would hang up. It doesn't want to hang up, it just goes right into place, and then there's that O-ring that you got to push down to seal it. actually seals it so it doesn't pop off due to pressure. So, but there it is. I can feel it hitting here, and it just goes right by it. Alright, I love when a plan comes together. Now we're going to put it back in, and we'll check it in the car. So, success! Alright, it's in, but it's doing it again. But it does go in. At least it goes in this time. I don't know what's going on. I think maybe it's the angle of the tube where it goes down into the tranny. I mean, it kind of hangs up here, and then you gotta kind of twist, and then it just finds its way in. But it's not something I want to be doing. I don't know what's going on. I think it's a poor design. I think it's a really poor design, to tell you the truth. I'm not too happy with it, so what I'm gonna do is, where are you? See how pointed that is? I'm gonna try to make a little rounded edge on it. I'm not worried about the bottom of the dipstick. It's where the ad is. That's where the problem is. You don't want to file that up to that point. Alright, so I'm going to try to file that and see if that helps, because the shot point might be just hanging up on itself, so we're going to grab a file and try to round this a little bit better. Alright guys, we're in. I rounded the edge of that dipstick, and it's still giving me a little bit of a struggle. Not a struggle, but it doesn't go in as easily as it was off the car. So I don't know what the deal is, maybe because of that bend going down. But with the rounded edge, you still have to kind of twist and push, and it goes in. So I'm gonna live with it for now. Later on down the road, I'll get a True Lock car. That's like the Jegs. That's their I don't know, maybe it's a competitive brand, but at least it's in now. It goes in. So we're gonna be working on the nitrous bottle bracket next, and maybe that'll be part 2. Part 1, quasi fix, maybe. Well, it's functional now, so I can actually fill it up, and I'll fill it up and I'll test it for leaks, and I'll bring you back on the next video, so stick around.